At this time, the chair recognizes Councilwoman Reynolds Brown, who will present a resolution honoring Iyanla Vanzant. With Ms. Vanzant and those accompanying her, please join the Councilwoman at the podium. And joining Councilwoman Reynolds Brown, we have Councilwoman Blackwell, Councilwoman Parker, Councilman Green, Councilman Jones, and Councilwoman Kiona Sanchez, and Councilman Greenlee, and Councilwoman Bass.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. This is a big thrill for me, as it is rare in the work that we do that we get a chance to meet those persons we admire from afar, up close and personal. And so this morning is a real thrill for me, and I'm very grateful. I join the many who are thrilled to invite our very special guest to City Council today, the extraordinary, exceptionally extraordinary, how about that? Iyanla Vanzant, to receive an official City of Philadelphia resolution honoring her life's work. This is a woman with many titles: mother, grandmother, good girlfriend, wise woman, life coach, spiritual teacher, soul technician, attorney, minister, prayer warrior, servant, cultural custodian, and student of life are all words that have been used to describe this phenomenal woman we have the pleasure of honoring today. My personal opinion is that she exemplifies the answer to the question, how to reinvent yourself. And beyond that, she's what I call a possibility thinker. Consider this. Possibility thinkers resemble the hummingbird that look for and find honey often in the most unlikely and unthinkable places. Possibility thinkers perceptibly probe every problem, proposal, and opportunity to discover only the positive aspects present in that situation. In the reverse, impossibility thinkers make sweeping passes over a proposed idea, scanning it with a negative eye, only looking for the distasteful aspects. Impossibility thinkers look for reasons why something won't work instead of visualizing ways in which it could work. They are inclined to say no to any proposal and never give the idea a fair hearing. Further, Ms. Vanzant has learned that impossibility thinkers immediately, impulsively, instinctively react to any positive suggestion with a sweeping, unstudied, irresponsible assortment of reasons why it won't be. Ms. Vanzant, on the other hand, is not that. She's what we call a possibility thinker, who, when faced with a mountain, did not quit. She kept on striving until she either climbed over, found a pass-through, tunnel underneath, or simply stayed and turned the mountain into a gold mine. Ms. Vanzant recognizes that possibility thinkers are resourceful people, and her philosophy is that where there's a will, there's a way. Why has she succeeded in so many genres? Because she has trained herself to look only for the possibilities in all areas of life. And for that, we're honoring Iyanla Vanzant's life, her accomplishments, contributions to the fields of spirituality and personal development.
Whereas Iyanla Vanzant has had a 30-year-long distinguished career in which she continues to be honored for her writing, public speaking, life coaching, and spiritual teachings. Throughout her career, she has published 18 books, 6 of which are New York Times bestsellers, and has played a leading role in 2 television shows, multiple speaking tours, and countless radio and television features. Her formal titles as life coach, ordained priestess, spiritual healer, and attorney are not what defines her. She is also a devoted mother, a grandmother, a prayer warrior, and a student of life. And
whereas Iyanla Vanzant's life is a living testament to the values in life's valleys, Vanzant has had to overcome much adversity on her journey to success. She was born in the Brooklyn Projects, and her mother died when she was 2 years old. Throughout her childhood and young adulthood, she suffered from physical and sexual abuse. She would be proud to know that April is Child Abuse Month every year in this council. Iyanla was once a single mother, relying on public assistance to help with the cost of raising her family. From this troubled history, she gives God the credit for being able to overcome. Her journey through the valley has only strengthened her relationship with God and has given her the motivation to dedicate her career to the spiritual uplifting of women of color. And
whereas, against all odds, Vanzant has received 3 degrees of higher education in which she has graduated with distinguished honors. She graduated summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration from Medgar Evers College. She went on to receive her law degree from the inaugural law school class at the City University of New York. After deciding to pursue a different career path, she received her master's degree in spiritual psychology from the University of Santa Monica. Her educational career is evidence of her tireless work ethic. And
whereas after receiving her law degree, Ms. Vanzant moved to the city of brotherly love and, more importantly, sisterly effectiveness. To serve as a public defender with the Defenders Association of Philadelphia, Iyanla shares that it was through practicing man's law that she developed a new love and respect for God's law. And
whereas Vanzant legitimized her passion for spiritual uplifting by becoming an ordained Yoruba priestess in 1983 and an ordained minister of New Thought Christianity in 1994. That same year, Vanzant and her daughter, Jamia, founded the Inner Vision Spiritual Life Maintenance Center and bookstore in Silver Springs, Maryland. She uses the center to carry out her divine purpose by offering classes, workshops, and products targeted towards personal and spiritual development. And
whereas Vanzant is known for her renowned writing and speaking abilities, she uses these gifts to educate women of color about how to navigate hard times, and her words have helped millions achieve spiritual awakenings. In 1988, Vanzant published her first book, a workbook for her students titled Tapping the Power Within. Since then, she has published 17 more books, all of which demonstrate her unique ability to speak into her audience's lives.
And you have to grow, outgrow, and then grow some more. Her quote, whereas in addition to being a successful, highly revered writer, Vanzant has hosted a number of television shows. She was a life coach on NBC's Starting Over program that centered around her helping women guests overcome dysfunction within their lives. Currently, Vanzant is executive producer and star of Iyanla Fix My Life. The show is featured on Oprah Winfrey's network, OWN, and is the #1 rated show on the network. And #2, give it up. And #2 rated reality show across all networks on Saturday night.
And whereas Iyanla Vanzant has been recognized across the globe for her accomplishments. Vanzant is a 4-time NAACP Image Award recipient, a 3-time Gracie Award winner, and a 3-time honorary degree recipient. Vanzant was named one of the 100 most influential Black Americans by Ebony magazine, which stated that, quote, her books, lectures, and television appearances have made her a multimedia high priestess of healthy relationships. And
whereas despite Ms. Vanzant's outstanding number of achievements, awards, and recognitions, she remains humble and gives God all the credit for her success. She has stated, quote, it is not the television show or the red carpets or knowing how many followers I have that keeps me going. It's remembering the truth of who I am, a girl from Brooklyn who has made many, many mistakes and is still God's beloved, end quote. To Vanzant, God is the reason why she has been able to touch a gazillion lives around America and the globe and embodies the traits of a spiritual technician. Now, therefore, be it resolved by this council of the City of Philadelphia, we hereby honor, recognize, and congratulate Ms. Vanzant's life, accomplishments, and contributions to the fields of spirituality and personal development. Further resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution will be presented to our honored guests as evidence of the sincere sentiments of this Philadelphia legislative body. Thank you for all you've done.
And the chair recognizes Ms. Vanzant for remarks.
Thank you. I am humbled and honored to be here. And I'm here because my grandmother scrubbed floors and cleaned toilets to feed me and my brother. I'm here because I am the demonstration of the dream that my ancestors never thought would come true. And I hope that each and every day of my life I live to bring honor to those people who sacrificed so that I could have the privilege and the benefit of standing in a place like this, of serving publicly, working on a television network owned by a black woman whose grandmother did somebody's laundry. It's not about me at all. It is to bring honor to the lives and souls and names of my greatest grandmothers who endured indignities that I would never have to endure. I do it to bring honor to them. I do it to bring honor to all of my brothers and sisters. And I ask that God keep me humble and clear and occasionally give me a good meal, and I'll be happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Council, be at ease.